वेलकम साले मेरी क्लीवेज देख रहे क्या तुम ना वेलकम बढ़ दिखा दूंगा मैं भी मेरे भी सब्सक्राइबर्स बढ़ जाते यार वो वेलकम गाइस वेलकम बैक टू द स्ट्रीम ऑफ द बिगेस्ट स्ट्रीमर ऑफ द इंडिया स्ट्रीम तो गाइस क्या हाल है क्या मसला तुम लोगों का बारिश गिर रही नहीं गिरी तुम्हारे घर के साइड गिरी तो देख के रहो हैदराबाद वाले पट्टो खाली स्विमिंग कर रहे तुम ना तो रोडों पर मैं देख रहा हूँ किसी दिन स्विमिंग में चल जाते पानी के साथ तुम ना भी सेंटिनल का मैच है गाइस
Again, with G2 versus Sentinels, you can load up fast in game with Samsung SSDs. Let's get ready to get things underway, Mimi, because this is an absolute banger. We are packed here in the Riot Games arena.
Yeah, our two best teams playing Corona to start, and it's no surprise that it starts in mid-second, going up quick.
Always a fast fight. Zekin might get pinged out by this dart, though. And on opposite sides of the wall, it comes down. Zekin strikes first. Sentinels on the board early, but G2 are still posturing in this space, calling in the reinforcements. That'll be Jonas Api supporting down long, but Zekin is on an absolute warpath. It's not ending anytime soon. G2 find a couple of kills on the other side, but again, it'll be Sentinels in control of the site.
Yeah, the trade's good from Zelsis. Everyone gets away into this site, and now Sentinels, whenever you're playing a post-fight on B, you have so many angles to go for.
It's Baby Bay in a 1v3. BCTA player one.
He doesn't even have a name.
It's brutal. He already got his first kill in 1,072 days. It has been a drought for the rookie.
I don't know if we've ever had a 30-year-old rookie before.
And I don't know if we ever are again. It'll be Sentinels drawing first blood.
Yeah, that was a really nice round from Sen. And let's talk about the comps for a second, because both these teams, you're playing double controller, you're playing class. It seems like the majority of the teams across regions are thinking that that's about the kind of standard you want to set. But it is really interesting to see Zekin locking in this Neon instead, because giving up that Yoru, you're sacrificing having flashes to work with, and instead you're really relying on him to just absolutely send it early on. But it does so much for those initial fights that are really important on this map.
Exactly, especially using slides to brace crosshairs, and again for taking quick space into mid. This is going to be a consistent and also a fight over into B main at the same time. Sentinels keeping the pressure up, and once again, Baby Bay falling down this time early on into the round.
I don't think you have to start saying once again at round 2. You can wait a second to dog on him.
I mean, look, if Baby Bay was up here, he would call it honestly. I think we can do the same. I cleared that with him in advance, don't worry, but it will be Sentinels making quick work of the second round.
Yeah, so Corrode, the name of the game is these mid-fights early on. If you're playing, honestly, either side of the map, and you don't have that space, your rotates late round is so brutal. You're running all the way back from CT, adding probably 10 seconds, and it's even worse if you're an attacker.
Yeah, especially when it comes to rotating between the sites like you're saying, or defenders trying to look to retake into the site. That A site only has the one way to get in it if you don't have any mid control to play with.
So I think a lot of this game for G2 against a Neon comp is figuring out what amount of space do you want to give early on, how are you re-clearing, and how are you stopping Zekin from just running away with map control?
Well, it's not going to stop. Actually, John QT running a bit away as well. Jogmo fires back on the other side and gets some support from Trent. Trent still locked down inside of mid while Valen mows him down. G2 come in with the better rifles and now control the spike.
And that's what I'm talking about. Really nice team fighting from G2. They gave a little bit of space to the Neon, then immediately have a Paranoia, have a dart ready to go on that fight back in, and brutalize the Sentinels in mid.
And you can see that every round, again, is going to be about mid fighting. It is double Viper wall. Trying to control this space early on, so a lot of chaos to play through, whether that's going to be Jogmo on flashes or Neon sliding. Right now, John QT has gone for the long walkabout, but Trent, even though he's low, is poised and ready on the angle.
That one's low too, but there should be some easy trades to get here for G2.
And still a lot of territory to cover before you even recover the spike. Now the gas taken down rather low. QT sees the gun, but Trent will see him first. A 3K and G2 on the board.
Super good bounce back for them. Baby Bay already building it up. Coach Josh RT, he put out a post on Twitter about what was honestly a very weird move. Everyone thought it was going to be Demon 1 subbing in, and said it's the man formerly known as Demon 7, like 20 years ago in Crossfire.
Gotta go way back in the day to see those names.
But he's saying that Babybay's a guy who brings vibes, he brings experience. He's doing some of the things that Leaf did in keeping the team accountable and helping a little as a secondary caller. And I think from our time working with him, we can attest that he definitely brings those traits.
Yeah, he does. And word on the street is he was flying as well. And he was trialing for the team. Here we go, another fight into mid. Jogamo taken down so low, forced to teleport away.
A bit more reserved from Sen this time. They slow things down, but still take space in Valen. In trouble here.
Again, still alive and has support back on the site. Babybay will be holding from near elbow as more and more players flood on in. This will be Sentinel's first time really gaining some space in towards A. They've still got Bang working into A main, but G2 have bunkered down and aren't giving any angles.
What you're looking at right now is pretty much the dream position for attackers when you're in a mid round. You have control in A main, you have control deep in mid, and now you can just sit and wait for that reclear to come and try your best to punish it.
You can think of it kind of like an Ascent, where once you control mid, you can dabble back and forth, and Jogamo, a human drone on low HP, falls.
Yeah, that's what they were looking for, right? Someone's gonna walk, someone's gonna clear mid, you get your pick, and now you're up.
And now both lurks, trying to test some space as well. Bang really wants it in main, but this puts a lot of pressure on Sentinels. Mid player has already fallen.
There's a pinch coming.
Pinches on pinches as that lurk has slipped through B as well. This mid fight to determine everything. Two players on opposite sides of the wall. But how prepared will Sentinels be? That haunt is deep. It's not going to spot both players, but we'll see the one. Narrate and Zekin both find their mark, and B site is open.
Perfect road into this side and plenty of time to get set up in the post. I think B is one of the most difficult sites in the game to retake right now, because if you are just coming in through spawn, you are pretty much, through mid rather, you are just going to get owned by players in elbow, in heaven. If you're trying to just come through CT, there's also so many positions for people in the post plant to be set up. So you pretty much always have to try and take a second avenue and go for a split push to actually make those retakes work.
I know you were seeing Corrode being played yesterday as well. We saw a lot of our teams actually trying to fight a little bit more up into that elbow area. We'll help you out already if you don't know the callouts entirely just yet. But if you can have that forward space, or at least that threat of forward space early on into the retake, it can force defenders to use a lot of their utility before they even make it to the site itself.
Yeah. Nice macro that round from John QT. Takes things very slowly, calls for a good reclear, back into mid to punish both players set up there from G2. Sentinel's now going to start to get some of these ults online and get a really good attack side going.
Exactly. Already up 3-1, but if Narrate's able to pick up an orb in this round, get that ultimate, combo that with Zekin, you can go flying into a site. It's really hard to react.
Last couple of rounds, we've seen Babybay set up over on A. I think that normally we've been seeing a lot of like solo anchoring B from the Vise, but if you do set up A, that site is really good for these kind of multi-stage defenses, right? You can be holding all the way into main, then you're falling back, then you have the next layer here, and then you're finally falling back into the site. It's really tough for attackers to deal with.
Once again, fight out into mid. This time some neon walls getting into the mix.
Sen feint it this time. They double back into B main, and they're just going to look to hard hit there. Only a single anchor.
Yeah, a single Thorn, no Viper wall set up on this map, so it'll just be the support of Omen smokes coming in.
But because G2 kept top mid control, they will actually have fast rotates to help.
When do Sentinels want to pop? It'll be the orb for Narrate. Nightfall now ready, and here it comes. All of Sentinels into the mix. Zekin leading the charge as those Thorns do delay for a moment. Those rotates you mentioned from G2. Already two players approaching in from mid, and Sentinel's not comfortably onto site just yet. Trent has made his way here. Keep your eyes on him, but Narrate is already waiting for him. 2 kills, and the defense starts to fall apart from G2.
Really nice fighting there. Sentinels take a pause, decide, hey, we have to deal with one of these corridors first, get there too, and now a big advantage.
Oh, Valen just can't quite find the angle from heaven. Sees a few players, but his own teammates are dropping like flies. There's time to play with now. But Valen's position has already been given up. Now he's getting re-cleared. Narrate playing so aggressively.
Big pick.
And all of a sudden, Valen with 3. Hold on. On for a clutch. But down to 15 HP. Valen just can't get it done. He makes it even, but Sentinels take it in the end.
I don't know where those 3 kills came from. Out of G2's IGL, still not quite enough to win it out. That's really nice conditioning early from Sentinels, showing that same util pattern in mid, immediately walking back into B, in the site pretty easily, and just have great team fighting to deal with these Scrumbies early.
Oh my word!
That's nasty.
The wall pen into the transfer is very nice.
Yeah, welcome to Corrode, guys. Gonna be seeing wall bang kills a lot.
We like that, depending on who you ask. Our Odin players, you know, I've been talking to Alexis all week, and she's like, yeah, you know, I'm just on the Odin all the time. It's great. When you're on the receiving end, not nearly so fun. Will be G2 calling a timeout here, and looking at the money available, it will be forcing them onto a save, but they've got some big critical ultimates coming online.
Yeah, G2 have kind of a tough task here, because you can double down on trying to go for these early fights into mid, kind of flip your round on if you can beat the Neon there. I wouldn't hate to see them going for more ideas to like early take space into A or B main, because Sentinels, thus far, they've managed to get a lurk, just walking in pretty much alone on one of those sides every round, and you combine that with that heavy effort they're putting into the mid control, and they have great options in their mid round to call from.
It feels a lot like how John loved to call back in the day when they were playing the double smokes plus a sentinel option back on split even, where you can ping pong a little bit between the two sides of the map and rotate into your lurks later on.
We've seen him this year role swapping, playing more initiator, but this is really back to old Sentinels, to comfort for John QT, getting to play double smokes all the time again.
And that's kind of where the meta seems to be headed, so this could be deeper than just a Corrode thing for the Sentinels.
G2 still start 3 into mid, but use less util this time, just look to contain.
Yeah, maybe not wanting to change too much here on the eco with 4 sheriffs in hand.
You see how brutal that Viper wall is to deal with. You're always having to invest a flash, some piece of utility to get ahead of it. That's a value the double controller provides.
This is a moment where Sentinels have doubled up in A main, so maybe expecting a walk-up in the mid rounds, and that walk-up is going to just be in mid. Narrate low, but that'll be the advantage.
Super passive hold over towards B. Narrate doubles back into his teammate, but Sen are going to continue to take their time, see if they can get another opportunity here.
Yeah, you expect now G2 down in numbers, especially to try and creep forward, go for a re-clear, look for something. Bit of a gamble to try and get themselves back into the round. And more than likely around a guy like Jogamo, the only hero rifle to play with this one.
All of Sen grouping up towards A main now. 2 players here. Not the weapons to really deal with this one. Jogamo with the hero rifle is far away, and already losing out on Jonah makes this pretty rough to hold for G2.
Yeah, these are the G2 Sheriffs, not the G2 Stingers. It's a very different story, except not in the case of Trent. Already has found one and calls in Baby Bay for some support, but it's just not going to be there. Sentinels making quick work of this once again.
And they get the spike down, easy peasy.
Spike planted.
Jaw can hunt a little bit here, see if he can get a kill, but no real hope of winning this round. Now, as you look ahead towards the next, it is all about what did G2 discuss in that timeout, because they showed practically the same round in that last one, just 3 Sheriff players containing in mid.
Yeah, I'm wondering, can you run similar looks? Because obviously G2 have done a lot of like full mid aggros. Can you fight more aggressively for the extremities of the map?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Because I think when you're playing a Yoru into a Neon comp, it ends up playing really similar to if you think about like a Lotus A fight, right? Where as a defender, you have this option of if I hard commit into this early fight, you're pretty much always losing to the Neon because they have stun, they have all this utility to overwhelm, and they can beat the timings on your util with the slide. So what I'm looking at instead is early fights into main, or these like later round second refresh of initiator utility, re-clears on mid, and less of the super early mid fights.
Yeah, something to make it a little bit less predictable, less repetitive. I think G2 are a team that usually play a lot to condition their opponents, so this could be an idea already playing into the defined meta of the map already, with a lot of that mid fight, but eyeing up positions on the map, things could start to change.
So still something in mid.
Yeah, and okay, Trent's going to be bringing Odin to the party, a lot of ultimates to play off of as well.
Zekins knocked down the 2 health from that spam.
Yeah, down, they waited 10 seconds before going for the flash dart combo, but this fight is headed towards the B site. Sentinels gearing up for a split into these G2 players, but 4 already have rotated over with the double teleports. Paranoia now, the Sentinels wait to find their mark. Trent in a ridiculous position. Who's waiting for him? I don't think anyone. And now the site is getting mucky. It's getting yucky. That ultimate is down, and Trent is tearing them apart. 3 kills already, and with a classic, Jogamo will trade him out. It's a one-on-one now. Both Vipers alive, with plenty of time to work with.
Jonah P was so late to all of this. But John holds outside, tries to look for an early peek.
1v1.
Jonah not giving it. He'll just wait for the plants and play from there.
Turns into a game of timings. Jonah has started to spy a little bit deeper into the site. And ultimately, John has to be worried about every single angle. Left, right, up, back. Jonah's had so much time. John waiting. Backed in. Jonah P takes him down.
That is nasty from Jonah. In the 1v1, walking into his opponent's pit, making noise doing so. Still gets the kill in the end. That round got way hairier than it should have because it was such a good start to that defense. I love this anchor smoke you see to the left there that Valen threw down. That gives so much space for Trent to play around. He can go left to the right side of the shed. He can isolate players coming through that smoke. He did so much in that position. So it came down to the clutch, and thankfully for G2, they had Jonah, the man to do it.
And importantly, G2 end up winning that round as well without using either the Hunter's Fury or the Dimensional Drift, so they still have options to look for a combo between those two abilities.
You're already seeing how much having the Odin helps solve this map. You have to put a hell of a lot of less resources into mid when you can just spam it on down.
And Trent is the OG Odin abuser, isn't he? You think back to all those rounds he was playing Sova on Ascent back in the day with the guard.
Attack side up from Zealous is re-clearing to mid.
Spotting these players out. Trent on pace. One misses and isn't finding a way to connect. This could be struggle city for G2. The Sentinels bring the heat over towards the A side.
Jaw has to go big in this spot. Stuck into the corner, groups towards main with his teammate. A good reposition.
There's still going to be players there. Jocko in trouble, has to teleport away. It's a 1v1. Valen, the walls are closing in around him and he is down. G2 pushed away from this site, but still with the position back towards elbow. Sentinels have to be prepared though. They know Jaw was on this side of the map. That combo takes him down. 3 already for Zekin. Could we get another? It'll be Trent. Back into things.
Flank coming through.
The office holding it. There's just no chance. Trent did so much in the last. You can't swing into an op with an Odin.
Yeah, he has no way out here. Round is over. Sentinels somehow come out on top of that one. The Sova ult just a little off from Trenton. I'm not sure exactly what happened with Baby Bay top mid. I think he just got straight up spammed through that smoke. And then losing a player, Sentinels show a really nice split into the site, and a round that looked super winnable has all gone so wrong.
Yeah, and you can see there too, Valen's having a lot of troubles because ideally you want to be up into A main. That's kind of how you can play around the mid push coming in. But he just couldn't get there quickly enough, and because Zekin's on this Neon, he can capitalize off a slight positioning, problem that Valen found himself in. That's gonna bring G2 into another timeout.
Second in the half already.
At round 9.
Yeah, that is brutal for G2.
But to be fair, this is a brand new map, so you have to problem solve a lot on the fly.
Yeah, it has to really come down to adaptations. When you're playing this one, you can probably expect that it's going to be some kind of double controller look, but maybe even seeing the Neon could throw you off to some extent. I think Zekin has done such a good job of breaking the standard timings of isolating anchors on these split pushes that it's just so difficult to deal with.
The mid fights haven't been going G2's way. The delays haven't caught them when they've been supposed to.
And they don't have money this round again.
It's a tough spot to be in as well, for as much as, we were joking on early on. This is Baby's first time stepping on the stage in a long, long time. Hasn't really found his footing yet into this game. He's going to need to if G2 are going to make a go at making things even in this half.
They're still just trying to find a solution to mid. Setting up a trap play there this round. Off of that, Neon being heard should be a paranoia. 4 players swinging.
Feels like Sentinels mid-fights have been a lot more tempered than they started the game off with. That's sort of been Kaplan's adjustment coming out of the timeouts, because now they've got things like the Operator online. Really annoying thing, just be able to post into bot mid.
And the conditioning is so good. G2 on the Rico round, literally putting all 5 players in mid to be ready for that same Neon dive we've seen round after round.
So this will only be our second time watching Sentinels go for a full main hit. Last time it was on B. This will be their attempt at an A, but there are 3 players moving swiftly onto that flank. Could be a problem if Valen doesn't get cleared. They thought they had him because of the spam in the box, but that is just unfortunate.
Yeah, the full auto does him wrong there.
Shit.
And now Zelsis turns to deal with the flank a little too late. Loses his light. Bang only 1 for 1. That's guns recoverable. But now Sentinels here to deal with the problem. Locking up this anti-eco.
Now once again, we're looking to the next round for G2's real adjustment. It's 2 actually timeouts called going into an eco round from G2.
And I like this purchase coming through. Put Jaw on the operator. A couple different ways you can play this. First of all, to set him up in mid, put him in a position to try and punish that Neon as Zekken is sliding on in. Or, mid-round, you can post him in a main and then heavily stack the rest of the map. I think that'll do a lot for them as an adjustment.
It looks like Jogmo's heading towards B. Remember early in the half, there was a lot of solo lurking, especially taking liberties over towards B in the early round. That's where Jaw's gonna like his chances.
Optimal here.
Oh, but Celsius takes it easy around the corner and sees the first shoulder.
Didn't have Zelsis out-opping Jaw on my bingo card. But now this opens up a re-hit late into A. Little pressure applied in mid, and here comes the execute.
Yeah, Babyface got to call in support, but already Zekken is flying at him. It is not comfortable to play with now.
Good reposition.
Waiting for his timing, maybe trying to get inside of this wall. How is Babyface gonna play this? He's getting slid on, he's getting schmeeked on, he can't do anything.
Sentinels,
on the side.
Sentinels!
And bye-bye to G2's chances in this round. You're buying off, getting tiffed by Zelsis. And Sen just run over your anchor. Zekken is having such a good game on the Neon right now. Like, single-handedly, not only is he having, like, crazy impact on these executes as a fragger, but he's also forcing G2 to put so many resources into dealing with that early mid-fight. I don't think G2 has actually managed to win that space pretty much ever this half.
No, it's been a drought for a long time for G2, and by all accounts, we come into this match, and it's very exciting because it's G2 Sentinels, the undisputed 2 best teams in Americas this year, but it is also G2 coming in with a substitute at a last minute. Sentinels were always going to be favored here.
Yeah, and it's also weird because it's both these teams coming in with not a lot of time, you know, playing a tournament in the off-season there after Masters Toronto that they both attended, and then having like basically only a week of practice, if a little more, little less, to be able to come out and prepare for stage 1, or stage 2 rather.
Right. The thing is though, both these teams talk such a big game, especially when they're facing off against each other, that there's always something riding on it. There's always that want to win. I think especially Sentinels, you never live it down if you lose a series like this. So very good to see them coming in.
And to not mince words, I think what you're saying is you cannot lose to G2 with Babyface.
You can't lose to G2 without Leaf after 2 days.
He's a caster, he's 30, he hasn't played in 2 years.
Yeah, but that's the thing, he's actually been grinding the whole time.
True.
And I saw some big numbers, is all I'm gonna say. G2 back onto Sheriffs this time around. Wall to play with. Sentinels might just want to not reinvent too much, might not want to show too much. It's another exec onto the A side. This time Zekken slipping over to left side of Yard. But then he pumps the brakes for a moment, waiting for his team to come out from behind the wall. Very measured approach from Sentinels thus far, and as soon as Balance pushed back into him, he's able to make quick work. A few more members. This is lights out.
Yeah, double entry into a double op kill, shutting down the rotators in from mid. Sentinels, they've really started to simplify. The first 6 rounds was conditioning this mid fight every time, and since then they've figured out that they can just bully the A site. And Zekken has just been running a clinic over there. It's made even more difficult because if you try and fast rotate, push out an extremity, you have Zelsis always there on the contain with this operator as well.
This is the control style of Sentinels that I want to see them go back to on the majority of maps.
It reminds me of like when they were at their peak playing on Split, like Masters Madrid era. John QT's and IGL is really good at not just these slow double controller comps, but at working the Neon into it, at having Zekken is that extra bit of pizzazz.
And now he's just been calling hit after hit after hit. This time, geared up to move into B. What do they have to play with? It'll be that Steel Garden mainly. The Nightfall on top of it. Bang could even get a little bit fun and go for some teleports into the site. We're going to see. Doesn't look like G2 want to put up too much of a stop just yet. Jonah P's actually out there with a classic because he couldn't even shoot his gun. And now, Bang has ulted back up into spawn. No one's waiting for him. That's a couple of kills. Now G2 can only approach in through mid. Bang with a shorty in hand. trying to stall out as long as possible. Nightfall to try and counter out this utility being thrown in from G2, and they haven't made any progress into the site.
It's retaking through one corridor, Christy. They have no way to get out. There's a crossfire, there's an op. This is brutal.
There's just nothing you can do. They put down a smoke on the left side to try and cut off this crossfire, and it's completely worthless. Sentinels take every single one down.
That is wild. I love what we're seeing with Bang on the Omen here. Double TPing first into the site, then into his teammate's Viper Orb up in Heaven, and pathing all the way around to completely cut off both Elbow and Heaven. The player there dies, and suddenly G2, despite having a somewhat winnable retake, they're just locked out because they're only coming from one direction.
It is clear to me that Sentinels were feeding off of the chaos of all of the fights, the scraps at the start of rounds, these post plants as well. They are looking sharp as we head into the second half.
फिर से टाइम ऑर्डर बाबा पैथेटिक बाबा.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Set. Mic controller Anshu बोलते.
Great recommendations.
Yeah, serves up the best options from all my apps in one place. It's like it knows what I want to watch before I do.
The orangutans have escaped the zoo. They're everywhere.
Picture quality is amazing. So lifelike.
Yeah, you can search by genre, movie, actor.
Huh, that's
Hello.
convenient.
Alexa, show me the latest hit
Hello.
movies.
Sweet.
जनता.
Get into more of what you're into with Fire TV.
तुम लोग किसमें आ रहा होगा? मेरा डिस्प्ले क्या है? हेलो जनता. आपसे सीधा सिंगिंग होगी सिंगिंग. नाम
Well, this
अभी
halftime break might be the last
तक.
time G2 get a moment to chat with Coach Josh RT before going into this one, because Mimi, Sentinels lead by 8 at the half.
That they do, and G2 used both of their tactical timeouts in the first one. It was a brutal start, all about Zekin controlling the pace on the Neon, and
क्या बात है?
bad news for
हम
G2. I don't
ऐसी
think that's going
थे
to change, 'cause it's a very similar idea on defense, where at the start of rounds, you want to be using your Neon to hyper aggro into A main or into mid and deny your opponent's space.
Yo,
So
gentlemen,
with
what a
G2's
funny
approaches,
evening.
Sentinels, it was all about that mid fight, but on pistol,
What a funny
G2
night. What
already
the
to
fuck
attack
you both are
into
doing,
narrate
brother?
on the B site.
Section 10.
Viper Wall here to support him.
हम हंसी थे. अब लैग हुआ.
Already
नजर लग गई.
showing his hand a little bit. Haunt comes out, but will be dealt with.
चलो स्मोक दो यारो.
Now the rotate comes from John QT. Sentinels with full mid control can move over here quickly. And Sentinels aren't leaving the site either. They continue to flood in and bunker behind this attack wall that G2 themselves put down. It's getting a little bit awkward on site as all 5 players are here. John QT goes unnoticed and unpunished for a moment. Finally, G2 with an advantage. Baby draws 2 kills. They get the plant down.
अच्छा
I've
मारा
never
था.
heard
जॉन
the
क्यूटी
Riot
की
Games
पीठी
Arena
पलटा
that
गई.
excited for 2 kills.
One swing, it's a Celsius 1v3, and it's a
The first 3
complicated
rows
situation.
love Baby Bay. Going to be as close to him as possible.
John up
And the back of the
Curie's
crowd is
brother,
all
John up
Sentinels.
P is on a roll. And let's see what will happen. And triple pick together.
That's a
I don't
rarity.
fucking.
They don't really have to talk a big talk
Pick him?
this game so far.
Ah,
We'll see.
fucking
Almost caught on the
peak.
reload.
Bullshit.
G2 get their
Fucking
pistol.
bullshit. Whoa. It's a happiness for just a while.
Got his 2!
There are the vibes Josh RT
Yo,
was
yo,
talking
yo,
about
yo.
when they pick this man up.
People behave.
Difference between how these teams are going to play their attack side, because with the Yoru,
What a
you
sunny
don't have
evening.
that Neon to speed up, to go for these early gambits into mid.
boys! Come on!
Where to go, boy?
Oh, no! Woo! No pie, baby! No
Instead, they really have to slow things down, play a full control comp, and instead go for a lot more V-clear ideas. Here for Sen, it's a big fight ready in mid.
Large challenge. Jogno with the Outlaw as well. might not even be favored if that first shot doesn't connect. Oh dear! Oh dear! That outlaw has now
गन
been
भी मांगी
recovered.
रही थे भैया
G2
कि
want to
गांडू
excel
किस्मत
into
है
A,
अपनी
but because they have mid
Sentinels की
control, their rotates are faster.
The Viper wall that G2 have put down though does give them the option to walk out it. Slices Yard up in half.
मेरा दिल
Walk back into elbow.
न
Force the Sentinels to play out in front of it, but I like this tempo change from G2.
अपने
They'll slow things down, go for a re-clear.
ये
maybe
क्या
back
हो
into mid
गया
or just group
पापी
towards
गुड़िया ये क्या हो गया
Concern is where that outlaw is posted up now, right? Few players on light armor, dink down.
C-Cell says he was all the way back in spawn, throws Thorns to A John, and suddenly an orb, a Molly, Thorns, and this solo anchor is tough to get through.
They've been stalled for a long time, but Sentinels still aren't rotating away from A. Still some worlds where this could be a fake. Don't want to get caught on the rotate. So now it'll finally be the call from John QT. Hey, that's a lot of utility, counting 3-4 players walking their way into the site. Sentinels regroup to play numbers.
Where did G2 want to fight? I'd like to see them take
A,
elbow here, but
VCT,
it will be a brawl.
Yep, they
प्लेयर
wanna
वन
get
नया
up in
प्लेयर है
front.
दिख
Now the
रहा मेरे
snake
को
bite is down.
पट्टे इसका नाम भी नहीं
Baby on first contact, lining them up, and Valen to capitalize off of it. The rest of G2 follow suit. And it's a 2-on-1 second, a little bit too low to make it go
लगता ना
out.
ब्रो
So a bad start to the round, losing out on Jaw early, but a great recovery from G2. That's the style
इसका
you
ये
need
खराब
to
हो गया
see.
इसका सेट करने के
Slow
बाद एक
down
बार
the
इसमें
pace.
डाल दे तो
Don't
वेब
let the
ये
neon
वेब पे
run
क्या
all
है
over
नहीं मान
you.
इसका
Take your time.
और
Take map control and make a confident, informed decision.
Exactly. And it'll be something G2 know as well, because they're playing the Aura instead of the Neon. It's really hard for them to quickly capitalize if they see Sentinels overplaying on one side of the map. They can't have that same level of reach that a Neon has sprinting into a site.
And with that
यही
style, I
माउस
expect to see a lot of rounds end like that with these really chaotic retakes. G2's team fighting is going to have to take a step up for the first half.
वाओ वाह
A mess of smoke
Neon go
is thrown down into mid.
second goes out of the ground
Viper wall that sliced through mid, but G2 have a different read. and tactic.
second goes down the ground second goes
There's
out of the
cheap ones
ground
on this map. You can jump up on this box in mid and pretty much peer over any smoke that your opponent
bang,
is placing
bang,
unless it's a
bang.
Viper wall.
Yeah, and that was
Bang.
his own Omen smoke as well.
Amen.
He knew the angle of. That's something G2 have drawn up in the labs.
Amen
As a little re-clear look has got punished. Dogmo narrate is gorgeous on those two shots.
Amen napakalat na do
Love this
bande
space. Throw down a smoke before Valen decides to
Beeman
retreat.
Beeman
But
yes
it's
on
B
the
side that has
Beeman
really strong stall utility. Wall ready to go.
cage at the
Ice wall
Beeman
as well. Thorns. This is
Beeman wall at the Beeman
Baby showing his hand a little bit. They both ignore the wall, just get right in front of it. But now paralyzed on top of the thorns. Baby has found an opening, but tells this. Looks right behind him. G2 get into the site, trade out their teammate.
2v2 कैसा ला दिए रे ये
straight up 2v2. Trent and Valen.
Alt पे खेलता हूँ ने
Trent is one off the ultimate, but he has a fight against Narrate.
Narrate on the flank.
main PK bro
The wall not an option, and Trent wins it out. 3 for him on the round.
I trust on Bram Bang is alone Bang is alone
Valen could
Bang
be-
निकाल देता
Bang's got
Bang ही निकाल देता bro Bang is gonna get it bro
Paranoia smoke, but what angle does he
Didn't
check?
see him? That's ridiculous. I think
Bang,
the call might
brother.
come in to save.
but I've seen him bro
50 credits in the bank.
Wow.
He concedes it.
Just a couple pixels forward, he sees Valen underneath him. That could be a kill. That could be an honest shot at the round.
Literally half a second difference.
what a sunny
And
day
now for G2, they win that round. They keep Trent's ult, and
bro
they've won
comeback
their
करने
bonus
नको
from
दो
what was
यार
a
हम लोगों को
dreary game. It looked like this could be like a
यहाँ से comeback
13-4.
क्या है मसला
They're in a position where they can really come back, and it all started with this off angle. Very nice job from Trent, punishing that player in mid.
Let's go round by round. Let's get this shit, bruh.
अच्छा जा रहे क्या पट्टे be
I
professional
still can't get out of my head how weird
अच्छा
it is.
समझ गया बैन
seeing
करके
him
वीडियो देखने
playing.
का नहीं तो अल्ट भी है उसके पास
But it's like hearing his voice sounds normal.
टाइम भी नहीं
You
था
know? But not saying
Nice
that
one.
kind of stuff. You
No
know what I'm
worries.
saying?
Doesn't make a lot of sense
जैसे
to
तो
me
क्लीन
still.
शेव करा के
We'll get
छोड़ा
used to
अच्छा
it.
लग रहा है यार वो
Depending on how long Leaf stays
ठीक
out.
होना यार वो उस टेस्ट तो ना
This
वो
one's
बाला
looking
भी
a bit
क्या है वो
attack-sided, isn't it, Mimi?
रोबो
Yeah. Center gonna call
रोबो
a timeout pretty
दिख रहा
early
रोबो
here. 1F money this
Robo
round, so
2.0 से।
looking ahead to the future. I think it comes down to, with this Neon, where you can actually get aggression without being punished early on. Because G2, you see the way they're playing the map. They are always set up in these super passive positions. So I wouldn't hate to see Sen almost lean into a bit of a slower style, right? You can still show something early, like an A main take with a Neon, but then on that second refresh, go into more re-clear plays back into mid, try and punish these lurk players. Because those like late round lurks into A, into mid, that's what allows Valen to call this slow style he loves.
Exactly. Sentinels need to reframe themselves a bit. They're so used to playing that fast style, those skirmishes for mid on their attacking side. They need to adjust to G2.
But they are starting with a fight here.
Hero rifle on Zekin, and that is in A main. Only Jonah and Baby Bay to receive this fight, and there'll be a paranoia too to catch out these players. Here it comes. Prowler spotted. Here's the paranoia, and Baby Bay's down. Zekin gets away with murder.
Exactly the kind of trap you want to see from Sen. Wait for someone to walk up, have the punish with the paranoia and the slide, and now you get in.
Sentinels.
How G2 play. They hadn't already taken space into mids. That drone comes in from all the way bottom mid.
Mid push कर अरे पट्टे जागे मुंह से उल्टे मुंह मर रहे तुम लोग
Trades on back.
Yeah, Sentinels wanted to keep the pressure up, go for a re-clear into mid, but every single corner they peek is being held.
नरेट बता दे
Good
नरेट
start to the
पट्टे
round, but unfortunately,
एक पकड़ एक पीछे
for
पकड़
Sentinels, G2 too good to
नाइस
trade this one.
नरेट
Narrate
नरेश
continues
भाई
that.
प्लीज यारो नरेश भाई
HP though.
Spike planted.
Spike already
नरेश भाई
planted.
प्लीज
How do G2 want to hold on to this? Two players back into elbow. Again, trying to fight off of Valen's contact in the corner of sight. Play these deeper lines and force Sentinels to show exactly where they're going to be approaching from. Prowler already into the site, makes it easy for Valen to throw that paranoia and fall back again. It's these layers upon layers when you hold into the post plant. Delay, delay. And Sentinels are now starting to feel that time pressure, starting to feel the pressure of being outranged and outgunned. And just minced to pieces.
देख रहा हूँ सब देख रहा हूँ मैं
Nice post plant there for G2. Second round this half where they lose someone early to a set play and manage to recover.
सबको देख रहा हूँ मैं
But Sentinels now, this is the round where
सबको देख रहा हूँ गिन-गिन के
see what they were discussing, what they were looking to change out of
G2?
that timeout.
गोल टू पहुंचाना पड़ता तुम लोगों को
Ultimates
फिर
here,
से
Trent's got the Hunter's Fury.
यार
Sentinels not
जेल्सियस
far from
वो
a
मच्छी
nightfall
लाओ यार
as one
पहले
off.
तुम
True from a steel guard
Buy round
as
है ना
well,
चलो
but maybe a little harder to play for
round,
those
full
orbs
support.
proactively than we saw out of them on the
फुल
attack
सपोर्ट
side.
पट्टे लोगों को बाय राउंड है
G2 don't think that Sen will stack a play into A main 2 rounds in a row. They look to go there, and they're absolutely right. This is a light site. Where
Look at
is this
Valen.
CP?
All the way back towards spawn.
He
to
sticks it.
pinch into Narrate, who is effectively solo away, but Narrate is
Until
waiting
unless
for
there
it.
is a Naresh Bhai on the side, you
Now
know
the rest
you
of
are
the
not
team is
gonna
in.
get the
Nightfall
side,
to tap up
mate.
three. This completely
Mate.
stunts the play from G2.
I know
They're
it's a
boxed
sunny
into a
evening,
corner.
bro.
They don't really know where to go. Zekin fighting
It's
his way out
second
as
channels,
well.
mate.
And they're all split up.
पट्टे
Jumbo into the
पट्टे
thick of
जेगे
things.
मुंह
Gets
जेगे
the
मुंह
two.
उल्टे मुंह मारा
With a chance once again.
The round slows down for now. Plant still not committed. A 3v3, but ults for G2. Jaw can get info off this.
Time to scout. There's a double hold back towards spawn. That buys a lot of
Ult
comfort, and
combo.
now the Hunter's Fury to connect. Trent tags the first. Shots coming out from the next one. It's distraction! Jogamo! with a
जेगे
four
मुंह तेरे फटे मुंह यारो
Running
तेरा
for his
फटे मुंह
ace. The IGL on the other side.
John QT's been revealed. Jaw's waiting right on the other side. He's ready for it! Jogamo gets the ace!
Incredible from Jaw. They needed a player to step up. The world champ delivers.
bro
5 rounds in a row now for G2, and this was just beautifully played by him. A perfect flash out of the ult, off of the timing of that burst from the Hunter's Fury hitting to get the kill. And then he just keeps it going.
That is a thing of beauty right there.
The iBuy Power ace. Of course, you can go over to iBuy Power socials. They're giving away a $100 gift card and $100 in iBuy Power rewards at iBuy Power. Hashtag unlock your ace.
कैसे
In the meantime, Sentinels have slipped into
लड़ा
mid,
फिर से भाई करे अपने वाले
continuing to fight over this
चलो कोई ना
corridor
अरे
on the
डरते
map.
हैं क्या 10 to ये लोग 5 राउंड्स निकाले लाइन से
Success, even without doing the same. A very different read heading in. But it's this
अटैक
measured
अच्छा
play
करे
style
डिफेंस
that
भी
you've
ऐसी
come to
अच्छा
expect
एक
from
दो
Valve.
राउंड है
And
बस
every
3
round
राउंड
we
है
saw Sentinels throwing a Viper wall, something like
मोमेंटम
that.
मिला तो
Not
सेंटिनल्स
on
घुस
the
घुस
fight
के मार
there
देती
on their attack side. Instead, G2 has been throwing sight walls, either on A or on B, that are prioritizing getting their Viper into a lurk position instead.
Oh,
But
no.
नरेश भाई कहाँ मार दिए
the lurk in question dies.
Yeah, that's the thing. Narrate's so confident he's playing up in front of that Viper's wall, out in the middle of nowhere, but he's winning his shot. And this forces G2 now speed up into the B site.
क्या बात है
John QT tucked away into the corners. Teammates continue to play on in.
जागे मुझे उल्टे मुंह मार
Looking good already. And Zekin goes down. This might not be over just yet. G2 continues
क्या बात है
to
क्या
fight
बात है
on
क्या
in.
बात है
And abandoned
रीलिंग दे सुना पक्का था
Baby Bay and Trent trying to win it out, but an ult in their face. Trent will keep his gun, and so will Baby Bay.
G2 have had to fall fully offsite. Only now looking to get back in. Trent, the spam, it almost is there. But now with Baby Bay in a 1-on-3, it won't be enough. And Sentinels get their first defense round.
Finally breaking
Sentinels.
the streak there for Sen.
goes out of the ground sentinels goes long off
To the lurk, and they know what G2's reaction is going to be. Because with the Neon they're taking mid, because Narrate is posturing forward on A, it has to be a 4-1 heavy into this B site. And the Sentinels players are there very quickly to flood retake the site and win that one out.
The adjustment from G2, well, we probably need to be doing something about mid. We can't be giving those rotations over so easily. Now when our bluff is being called,
Attack side operator, that's in the hands of Jojimo.
G2 have been throwing this smoke consistently, right on the corner there to block off a lot. Allen, unlucky a bit, can't connect.
Paranoia.
Refight, here goes Zekin sliding on forward, no one's looking at him.
second tunnel
Too clean from Zekin. G2 pop an ult.
What is happening? We're ulting
towards
away, but
A?
refighting in. What in the world is that?
That is a weird one. Works out for Sen though. They trade favorably. And now it's just jaw off in hand.
Yeah. The off
second
purchase
tunnel
looking a little bit
बोलते
silly
चोरी
now.
बोलते जागे
1-on-4.
मुंह उल्टे मुंह जागे मुंह जागे मुंह
Teleport
जागे
would have
मुंह
been
जागे
seen.
मुंह
Brutal timing for Jaw.
legend
And a really good change. from
Nice.
Sentinels. They've shown
Zakir.
some of those earlier mid-fight ideas.
Zakir
Win that last round. Realize that G2 is going to want
Bashir.
to fight for mid-space. And instead go for
बालू
a clear
सब लोग
play.
ये टीम में
Perfectly done off of the Paranoia and the Haunt coming in conjunction with that slide. And now another look of what they can do with this Neon. It's the AWP this time in the hands of
पकड़ के
Zekin.
बैठते हैं
They'll
guys
show a much
commentary
more
वाले
passive round now.
what a
Aftermath of
Friday
losing that round, it means Zekin can pick up the big gun. G2 gonna have to be precise as they scale forward to deal with that.
Two Guardians, no ults. From what started as a fantastic attack side, this is now feeling like it might slip away for G2.
Volleys exchanged into mid, warning shots, and the like. But it'll once again be Narrate challenged on the first angle. That up falls, and now the refight from Narrate. Paranoia only hits the one. Sentinels have lost out completely on this side of the map.
अब
And now it's going to be a clean A post plant for G2. They still have Vi's Thorns to hold off. They have all 5 players ready to go.
हाँ पटे
Can even start to cycle these
Aja,
smokes
aja,
as soon
aja.
as this orb goes down. Viper wall goes up, so that's why Bang looks to challenge. Slips in. Here's players jumping away. Hold on, nobody's home. He
Look,
started to
बताना
realize,
पड़ता.
and he's here so quickly. On the left side. That's the first. There's a whole lot left to do. Sentinels blinded up. Still stalled away. I mean, they're tagged up. They're getting shot at. They're getting shocked at.
चलो सेव कर लो रे भाई
Now they might just fall away from the site entirely.
They're saving. And this is such a
plant
cool
है
post
कि
plant from
उनका?
G2. You see where their wall is.
वो
That's
plant
what I
है
was
क्या
talking about that allows a lurk to go up towards elbow that threatens the Viper there. But what it also does is when you have a post plant and you're putting the spike down here, the retaking players have to push
Yeah,
through your
analytics
Viper wall to
madam
challenge.
with me.
And there's so little
She's
space
saying
around
something.
the spike outside that wall.
No,
It's
not
really
that.
difficult to actually have a
She's
double
saying
strike
that
to
the
actually
wall,
cover someone defusing and makes an already tough site to retake
Sentinels one
even
round
more difficult.
ahead
So maybe that post plant, that strat from G2, going to be something Sentinels will consider. How to work past in this timeout. They're going to be calling now all 4 used in this one. No more hand-me-outs, no more help from the coaches after this.
Yeah, gotta make it to OT if you want another chance. Last couple
खेलना
rounds,
चले
I
जब
have
ब्लैक
liked
का एक
what
बार
Sentinels
इसकी
have
बहन को
shown
लगो
with these re-clear plays into mid. It didn't
स्टार्टिंग
quite
में नहीं हो
work
रहा था लैग
out there. Caught a bit of a rough timing on the clear back through a link. But I think that idea is generally good. If you're full sending early on, G2 is a team that is really good at kind of finding that angle, finding that punish. So I like the overall idea from them. But I think where it's been suffering is in some of these
अच्छा बीच में और आ गया पहले भी
playing the retakes. I'd like to see them be a little bit more proactive in trying to, if they have that mid control, either like push through for flanks or try and get that second angle. Because in most of these rounds, they've been having to retake almost exclusively
Gotcha,
from
gotcha,
mid
gotcha,
or from
gotcha.
CT. And G2's comp with the double controllers, with the Vise, has so much util to shut down those chokes.
Well, already up on 12, Sentinels have some
Pushpa है रे ये
room
तो
to test the limits, test some other options. But what I'm looking at is the ultimates right now. G2, nothing to work with here. But if they win this round, G2 are going to be able to cycle ultimates probably until the end of regulation.
And money's kind of bad for Sentinels. They don't even get to keep stacking the loss bonus because of the 2 rounds they won. So it's going to be buy save pretty much until we're right up to overtime.
अब आना लाइन पे
The next couple of rounds.
जा ऊपर जा
We'll see right now. G2 set up 3 towards B, 2 towards A. Again, the same look from Sentinels playing up, guarding the space around the attack smoke that's been placed right down the middle.
They've realized that G2 are not fast fighting for mid. So they're able to just walk a player in without having to commit much utility.
It's so much space for free, but you also think G2 realized the same, because no one's ever up in A main, so Trent is always going to be there, ready to challenge.
The round will be decided on the mid re-clear.
Now, once this wall goes down. Or maybe we just refresh the smoke. Sentinels have no reason to give it up. They can just keep cycling that smoke over and over.
Are fighting deeper?
Oh, we're trying to jump over this smoke as well and see someone up window, huh? But I like this because 45 seconds in the round, Sentinels have decided, yes, we were up there, we could have kept fighting, but G2 have lost so much time. Sentinels can now give up that space and chew away at the clock.
Drone into A main. Makes Sen think this might be another
Breaks
hard G2 hit there, but instead it's a heavy walk into mid. What a timing for G2 to catch.
It'll all be on narrate. And John QT.
But they're separated.
They have to play on their own on the slant. Oh no! Who's looking at him? A 1-for-1. That'll be good enough. But now Narrate prepared into main and no one else to challenge him there. A quick hop back into the site. Geronimo trying to be a drone! He pretended to be a drone for half a second. That was exactly what Narrate needed. Sentinels down in numbers, but they're always coming back into the site and now onto the flank. The challenge, but it's a knife in Delsis' hand. Somehow Trent chalks it. Now Trent paranoia it up as Sentinels running to the site.
Let's go!
On every single front.
Trent 1v3, ult, and all of his starts to work with.
But they know where he is, and he's still worried about a flank. He knew Zelsis was behind him, now sees that there isn't a flank coming in. Has to put away the Hunter's Fury, needs to challenge. To half already, there goes Trent 1, and Trent
Let's go!
does not get the next. Sentinels strike first here and take Corrode.
A bold choice against their rival to pick the newest map in the pool. But a dominant first half, 10-2 on the attack side. With the spearhead of Zekin leading the way. 22-15 for him as they end the map.
Still, I think G2 can't be, hanging their heads too much after the momentum they were able to get at the start of the
अच्छे ऐसे मेरे को गड़बड़ लग रहा है थोड़ा गट फील नहीं आ रहा कुछ तो अंदर से कुछ दिख रहा है क्या रे ऐसा सा हो गया। तेरा फ्रेंड फंस रहा है। जहाँ से शुरू खत्म किया था वहीं से शुरू करना। Smooth as fire and smooth as water as को क्या गाना था भाई वो? प्लीज कोई गा दो मेरे लिए यार। Scary as scary as a fucking as easy है क्या भाई, easy है क्या? लैग की माँ की चूत भाई। ले गाड़ी भी ले। क्या और लैग की माँ की चूत। सीटिया लैग था एकदम, गाड़ी लैग था। जा लैग ले हो जा लैग कान डाल ले लैग ओके लौड़ा। तू बहुत ओवर आ रहे थे किसी को देखो ओवर हो रहा ओवर बहुत लैग हो रहा। नाम है अमिताभ अच्छे अच्छे हम सीधे साधे अच्छे अच्छे। कहाँ जाने का मन है रे बाबा? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you। मातर चो 3 गाड़ी साथ में तो मैं कहाँ से ले गया तू? तस्करा चले तो हमारे चलने को रोड का है पब्लिक के लिए गवर्नमेंट पब्लिक के लिए जगह कहाँ है? पब्लिक हवा में उड़े। जो आपको वोट देती है आप हवा में तस्करा। मैं राइडर बनना चाहता था पर गड्ढे ही थे। राइडर तो छोड़ो मैं ठुक जा रहा 10 बार तो। It's 5 बज गया।
क्या मैग्नेट है खींच के आना बुल्ले
बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले बुल्ले पैदाइशी राइडर बनते पैसे आते थे मेरे को पहले देखो अपने मंगा दो मेरे सब बनवा सकता है इतना मैं मंगवा दूं नाम अमिता अरे बीच रास्ते में इंडिकेटर कौन दे चलाता है कितनी देर लगता है जल्दी आओ 14 से समझाना पड़ेगा अच्छे अच्छे पिकअप देखना पिकअप साले से 3 गाड़ी आने वाला है गुस्सा क्यों गाइस मैं भगाया कि नहीं तुम लोग बोलो खाली पहुंच गया था ऑलमोस्ट उसके चौखट पे छू मैं चौखट स्टार्ट
when you don't have enough money, he can press his ult.
Yes.
Done.
Yes.
Solved. And we love that.
Very good. Very good.
But honestly, like I wasn't even going to focus on Babybay really coming into this game because, again, assuming he was going to play a more normal agent,
Sure.
you know, he slid under the radar a little bit. But as soon as you walk in the chamber, like, you do immediately put a spotlight on yourself.
Absolutely, the pressure is on when you're picking a role like that, especially on this attack side where Jojimo is going to be playing the Yoru, where he's going to be TPing in and taking 50-50s a lot. The job of actually trading out on the execs and getting the brunt of the kills for the team kind of goes to Trent and to Babybay now in this comp. Of course, you can also kind of show looks with the chamber as well, but it's still more pressure for him.
Definitely is. Good news is Trent was looking good in that first game. Has been looking very, very strong throughout. And we are going to update you while we're taking a little extra second to get in the game. You can see them loading up right now.
I love that Babybay is just VCTA player 1. He's a level 1 with a default banner while everyone else has some like beautiful coordinated thing going on.
In Babybay's defense, everyone else is also level 1. But the banner,
You're ruining my
you can cook 'em on.
narrative. You're ruining my narrative. Okay.
He's
That's
actually
fair.
never played Valorant before. No, he absolutely has. And yeah, it does look like we have been successful getting into game. I hope we're all ready for map number 2, because it is time.
Sen starting on defense. They're playing double Sentinel as well, but they're showing it with the Deadlock. Saw a lot of success on Deadlock for quite a few different teams back in Masters Toronto. They've always been really good at this map. Trap plays off of the sensors. Ned on the retake. Just have so much utility that G2 is going to have to deal with.
I will wait for you. Fuck me alone.
G2, they got smacked around at the start of Corrode, but definitely heading into more familiar territory on Ascent. Classic map for the team for these players.
Babybay buying 4 Headhunter bullets, half armor.
Yeah, a lot of players, actually 4 on G2 with the half armor.
Oh, I want to see some headshots out of him.
I do like it, the sort of push and pull of the pistol game. We've seen so many more teams buying into the Sheriff. You can see Zekken with that.
You can see this really forward sensor. They can be swung off of an A main. Same in tree.
That's the first stun primed just by, hold on, Babybay's out in front. That'll be the first. A paranoia to stall out G2 into tree, but Babybay and the rest of the G2 are on a warpath. Bang tucks himself back into sight, but he goes down. G2 box themselves into the site.
And now it's double Senti in the post plant. Thorn's gonna come up. John QT trying to get ahead of it.
Ooh, he slipped out. You wouldn't expect him to be here already, but the drop is made. Nice shot. It's Valen with 3. And now with players in main, no space onto the site, just getting toyed with. You can't feel good. That can't feel good either. Oh my word. Babybay starts and closes the round.
Nice shots from him. Opens it with the Headhunter. Closes out with the Sheriff. Gotta feel good. It was a rough map one. 7-17.
Ooh, right when the smoke blooms too.
Now looking clean here. Valen as well.
Do you think it's interesting? When you impress Trent, that's when you
know
won.
it's good.
Yeah.
You know it's good.
That's real.
G2 looking way more comfortable on this map. You saw they had really good protocols to clear both of the sensors. On one side with the clone, on the other just baiting it out and then scaling up together. Really nicely done from them to win the pistol. And they're back to A again. Babybay with the Outlaw looking to farm some eco frags.
No one's even playing this A site yet from Sentinels.
When Josh was talking about why they chose Babybay as the sub, he was all about the vibe and the, you know, he's a caster, he watches all the game, he knows the team. He wasn't brave enough to say that he's a scope abuser, just like Leaf.
Oh, okay. It's two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, I never got to see him play with the Outlaw.
Small drone.
It's interesting though, because Leaf is surprisingly maybe a very vocal player, I think, on G2. A lot of the times, you know, Valen's going to be calling the shots, but Leaf's a very proactive guy when it comes to spotting out what's going wrong for the team and speaking his mind.
And you heard that from them last stage when Valen was talking about some of his struggles as an IGL, having kind of slower moments there. It was Leaf, the guy who was stepping up, helping out, adding on leadership, adding on ideas.
Flash into 3 now, comboed with the dart. Will be traded away. This is another one of those slow rounds that you'd expect from Valen, even on the anti-eco. Oh dear. Narrate catching the one and peeking in for a little bit more. G2 will be down in numbers for the post.
It's a 3v4 post plant, but there's still danger to this round. Guns picked up.
It's a bit awkward too. G2 have split up and put 2 players in main again. Valen creeping around up in heaven. That's one. Has to fall away. That paranoia will be the exit path he needs.
3v3 कर दिया आ गया वापस.
The rest of the team now called into site to play off this smoke.
Baby मारता.
Baby fully protected now. The smoke on his shoulder. Now ready for players to drop by now. The quick scope on one. And backs on away, playing into the time game now, even as the shots get a little bit messier. Sentinels just don't have the clock to play with. Don't have the time at all. Well, that's some good damage here in the second round.
They lose a couple gun sets. Good
Sentinels
damage
for the
to be
win.
happy about.
Nice.
But people happy to see Baby Bay getting his kills.
Yeah,
और एक
and to
gun
go back
गिरा
to what we were talking about with Leaf being so vocal, that is one of the things that I was wondering with G2, is who's going to step up to be that next guy. Is going to be one of the tried and true members of the team, a trend something like this? Could Baby Bay even bring something like that?
Yeah, I think that you honestly do look to Baby Bay, right? Like he's someone who I think they've expressly said to him coming into the team that, hey, we want you to be vocal. We know you haven't played in a while, but we want you to like step up and try to add ideas to the team. You know, talk when things are going wrong. And I feel like that's a role he can be really confident in fulfilling.
You're going to need ideas on a round like this. Fight into mid. Zekin creeping down, his first of the game.
इसका हेड कैसा लगता है? हम लोग का हेड कैसा लगता
out
है?
of
एक बात
action.
बता दे वैलेंट.
Very hard.
वैलेंट मैं सच में मजाक नहीं
to do much
करूँगा.
of anything.
And when you
Serious
use your
woman.
Yoru before he uses that
इसका हेड
clone,
लग गया.
it's so hard to
तुक्का
play
नहीं
the double
होता.
sentry. That's your best tool to break you
मैं
down.
मारे
look at
तो
the utility in
गार्डियन
every
अच्छे से
single
हिलता.
lane,
जैसे
market,
मेरे गार्डियन को मैं
tree,
प्रॉपर
A main, it is everywhere.
वैसे वो गार्डियन हिलता.
Just littered around.
Just the clone walking down.
Justice, please.
You didn't think that was real?
I beg justice. Sir, justice.
They break it just in case.
And these walls too. Although I kind of like with the chamber, because this wall, it's a fake wall because obviously you can kind of see through it. And Chamber's allowed to play on an off angle like that.
Come on, give him the fight.
Because his TP would send him back into mid.
If he gets a pick here, they can really quickly pop a B split because he'll be teleporting back to his Omen as well.
The issue is there's still 3 players back on B. Now the wall's down, so it's a little bit ready for. And now, like you're saying, it will have to be that B split, but a trip will give it away. As soon as it falls down, you see both players going back into Boathouse.
Narrate and John backside together.
Ooh. Zekin's going to want that back. Now, without pressure of a quick rotate through spawn, it will just be the side anchors. John and Narrate in opposite ends, opposite corners. 1-for-1 might not be enough, and it won't. G2 have the site.
Plant comes down. Paranoia for Bang. That's the best hope to make this retake still work.
Bang's going quickly. Still has a paranoia, but he wants to take the fight first. He's out in front of things, and his teammate isn't there to trade off immediately. G2 take the bonus.
And that's from starting a clean man down. They lose Jaw in mid, but Baby applies so much pressure individually over towards A. Keeps 3 players on that side of the map, and it all comes down to this fight, right? Getting the double 140 with the Outlaw, killing Zekin. That means the rotates are then coming super slow into B, and it's just a matter of
big
screaming.
Big bonus!
And it was.
And winning the trades on site too.
Yeah. I mean, that was the strange thing from Sentinels, because all of their trips were spread around the map. They didn't have anything to play off of on the B side itself. They just went and played their own angles and weren't even able to trade out even.
Full mid trap play here.
Yeah, but it's a trap with a couple of classics and sheriffs.
And no one really there to receive it.
And G2 scaling protocol is always some of their best looks. Right? It's very hard to actually catch them out in a trap because of their utility. Here comes the drone over from Tiles. First of all, second scene. Now the trap play is burned, and it's just not anything. Jogamo is here for 2 quick kills. The rest of the team flooding in. By the way, Baby is now in market through B. So add insult to injury because this round is wraps.
Hold on, Chris. Baby Bay is 5-0 this map. He's owning on the entries.
Is the headbang through a wall? Yeah.
Casual job, 4K to boot. G2, this is a different story from map number 1. Perfectly diffused the trap play. Work their way into B off that lurk. It's all well done.
Oh yeah, G2 Copers right now are eating good, right? They're coming up. We had one corrode scrim and we still got that close, really? Oh, now we're up 4-0?
You were alluding to it a little earlier, but I do think this chamber is a really good pick into double senti, because you can walk out onto these sites in a way no other agent but Yoru can. And if you get hit by a trip, you activate a sonic sensor, anything like that, you can super easily teleport away.
It gives you more like fun options, I think, on attack
अच्छा फंसाया.
out of a double senti option.
ऐसी में भी
Of course,
गर्लफ्रेंड को
comes with
फंसाने
less
का सोचता हूँ.
powerful defensive
नहीं,
utility,
बस सीधे
right? It relies on that gunplay as opposed to
अबे मैं
those
बैठ
trap
के
setups
स्ट्रीम
the Sentinels are going to
करके
run.
But when you're having an attack side
दोनों को
that's
देखो
already
कौन है
this
दोनों.
good, it
Yeah.
makes up for that a little bit.
Definitely pans out. Now, by the way,
I don't
Jongmo
have
has a
girlfriend.
judge. He has plenty of money,
Bad
but
luck,
he's got
but
the
I
potential
have
to drift
race.
as well. So if I'm a side anchor,
रेज
I'm,
में रेज
quick and in the
रेज
boots right now.
अरे पट्टे.
Second has to TP out of mid.
क्या बात है?
Here
क्या
it
बात
comes.
है?
So Jong QT, very likely in trouble here. Jogamo, shotgun in hand, first flash, a clone primed. There's an Omen ult faked out in backside as well. But John is ready for it. He's waiting and now buys himself some time with the cage. G2 trade out, shock darts back and forth, but still John is alive in backside. There's pressure in from Market. And John forced back down onto a classic, but it's Baby Bay without a team.
क्या बात
And it's
है?
G2
क्या
without a
बात
sight.
है? क्या बात है?
All
The
about John.
Cantinos.
Holding down alone in
Nice
backside.
one, Naresh bhai.
If he doesn't get that kill onto Jaw, then it's a G2 who has easy sight control.
दिए
He has
backup shot
tons
से.
of util to win out this post line. But not only does he get this first pick, but throws down a cage, gets an anchor smoke from his teammate, and then all of the support util coming in is just beautiful. A flash from Zekken combined with the dart, that gets him the second kill. And then he's just there, causing problems as the rest of Sentinels eviscerate G2.
When Sentinels are rotating quick through mid, just like on Corrode, it's looking really good.
Okay, next round, Baby Bay, attack side off. What is he up to?
Oh, he is netted in a one-way. Good thing is he's chamber, so teleports
हो रहा है ना.
up to the high angle.
ACTA player 1.
Still, there's a couple of players from Sen in mid. And
नहीं
now
हो
they've
रहा.
known that those 8 players from G2 have been forced away. They decide not to continue the fight.
Zekken just TP'd out of mid, so this reclear coming at a really good time for G2.
Spot हो यहाँ ने. तू भी कर, तू भी कर, तू भी कर.
Remains to be seen how actively Sentinels want to look for a refight.
क्या खींच दे नरेश.
Look at this off angle in the close corner from Zelsis. Previous rounds, Baby Bay has contacted into
Yeah.
tree. This off angle is to punish him.
And it's baited for perfectly by Zekken. Can take the first shot, teleport away once that's primed. Here it comes, nice out of Baby Bay. Hardly any time to react, but Hunter's Fury unable to reply with anything. Zelsis creeping forward, completely unexpected. That's the bait at work.
क्या
Jaws
बात
in spawn,
है?
Christie
John's
swinging
waiting
in.
for it. Not at all. John QT rather narrate to find a few. And now this spike in the
Bang
middle of
पटे,
the map.
तुम पे साथ दिए bang पटे.
G2 scattered to the wind.
Valen TP's through the wall and opens up this A site, but Zelsis, a chance to take a timing, wins it!
क्या बात
And now the ult in a 2v2.
What a shot. But it's down to 20 seconds. Zelsis has the ultimate to try and pluck someone away from the site. It's being baited out. Now he's holding onto it. He can use that to enter into the site. Become a human drone and trade 1-for-1 if this fight doesn't come to him first.
अगले.
The ult goes wide. Trent
नखरा नहीं
Hiding.
अगले. अगले.
waiting for his moment, takes the high fight first. And takes the second! Trent in a Red Bull clutch.
Just incredible out of Trent. There's all kinds of talk about who's the best player on G2. But no matter the roster, no matter the event, Trent is a beast. These 2 kills on mid open up the round. And in the 1v2, he plays it perfectly. Crab walks away from hell, tucks front dice, and isolates both fights to perfection.
Whoa. Nice clutch.
Not just the mechanics, but just playing that clutch so intelligently.
I mean, it's vintage Trent, right? This is his map.
Sova, Ascent, he's back.
Putting Odin in his hands, and we've come full circle. Then we really are back in 2022, right? We've got Baby Bay FaZe, the guard Trent.
The last Tier 1 event that Baby Bay played was LCQ in 2022. That was also back when G2's core was still the guard playing against him. They had a game back then. Now he's side by side with these guys.
I mean, Baby Bay's last map was also on Ascent. except he was playing Phoenix, and he pied.
In literally his last Tier 1 game.
And now he's crushing it on the chamber with G2.
Yeah,
3
look,
years later.
Already doing better. On an even bigger stage.
Okay, that's a step too far. That's a step too
He
far.
ended with 4 kills, he has 6. That's just math.
I mean, okay, you're not lying. You're not lying. I accept it. What Sentinels can't really allow to have happen is him to keep running away with things.
Change up out the timeout for Sen. They're going to buy an op for Zekin.
It's also
They're going to push him into mid.
the dimensional drift. John is forced down onto a stinger. Off
to
B
force.
off. Ooh, interesting little dart option towards A. The whole time, BabyBay really thinks that Sentinels are going to creep forward. I think having a read that Zekin has the opportunity to come in with the sniper and to walk into Oppo Rosa.
TP's out on the timing of escape crash.
Everything's around those timings, though. They're waiting the 35 seconds before, activating on some other side of the map. What G2 are doing is trying to make sure Zekin can't teleport away.
And they only show the Vice. Now the Sova drone seen, Sen will start to get suspicious.
BabyBay already posted up and waiting. Again, successful with these openers.
But the Deadlock Util is still up on A. Probably another 15 seconds on that wall. Little sooner falls now, and G2 understood that timing perfectly.
Really selling this fake with the clone and another behind, but Narrate getting that kill into mid has made things a little bit uncomfortable. Now he's out in the open. He's been caught out in the open a few times.
Look at BabyBay. He's running into spawn. They have a split through market, and John QT is super isolated here.
Jaw is just intrigued. G2 are running the map against Sentinels. John, with a stinger in hand, do we really think he can do it? Can't even find the one.
They were executing B at the same time as they had a lurk full running
Lotus
up
में
mid
जाके
and
मान तो
full
बोल रहे
running
लोग।
through tree into A. They absolutely own this map right now. And Sen are calling another timeout.
I don't quite know what to make out of it. An operator won't be a possibility for Sentinels coming in. They need to stop re-clearing into these lines that it's possible for the chamber to be posted on. You're playing this control style comp, right? So you want to repeat to find some information, but when you get later into these rounds, it's also entirely valid to just bunker back into a site and force G2 into you.
Yeah, and I think that is the change they're going to want to be making. Because Zekin has been getting punished in most of these rounds. And even if he's like staying posted on a forward line, he's almost always taking the timing TP off of his gate crash disappearing.
Yeah.
To deal with the pressure that G2 is providing elsewhere. So then G2 gets easy re-clears into mid, they get a lurk embedded, and then the map explodes, like you saw in that last round.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're just looking at the clock at the top of the screen, G2 will be in one place for the first 30 seconds of the round, and then in a minute 10, they start moving, because that's when Zekin's got a TP.
And that's how you make playing against Deadlock way easier. Bait out the wall, and then, okay, set your watches. We are going to wait until that fades, and then we can play the game again.
Well, Sentinels forced down onto pistols. Hard to run active plays either with a comp like this, so can't even have those shark attack throwaways.
You see Narrate keeping 3K in the bank. He'll be able to buy an off next round.
That's a good spot.
Drop that over for Zekin.
Zekin's been doing a lot just playing down into bot mid.
But again, he's like always getting flushed out or taking a timing TP before he can actually have the late round impact.
Drone should be coming in fairly soon, you'd think, if G2 wanted to continue into mid. As a matter of fact, that teleport goes back, and that's exactly when BabyBay posts up to see if there's going to be a deep peek.
So pull out your checklist. Push away the Yoru, pressure into tree. Okay, we've got out the net.
That's 40 seconds right there.
Yeah.
It's all a game of seconds for G2, and of leaving BabyBay in very lethal positions.
Outlaw in the close corner here. He doesn't actually have a TP to get out.
No, but he's expecting these re-clears that Sen have been going for. Maybe starting to get a bit impatient, and that card is going to be heard.
Fake Yoru TP into the smoke mid.
Celsius Need to be a right click with the classic. Nice flash. In for a shot, dips on away. And now the second wave to follow. Paranoia in. Jogamo trailing. Inching his way through the site. G2 are really taking their time. Even with 20 seconds on the clock, let's let Bang be an issue. But not for much longer than that. 10 seconds is all G2 will need.
No one else in a position to deny. The last two members of Sentinels race in.
7-1.
G2 is established. The Outlaw posted towards
Last
heaven.
map का बदला ले
And this retake feels nigh impossible.
It can be hard to pace yourself on a site hit like that, right? I think when you're playing without a jet to go flying on in, jumping up on top of generator, you need to have that patience.
G2, I think, get more value out of one Yoru Flash than almost any other team you watch in Valorant.
Sure.
They do such a good job of taking a tiny bit of the map with just one piece of utility. You saw the fight in Tree Room there. All they had was a single Yoru Flash, Baby Bay swung, they got the opener. And then they maintained their entire bank of utility to actually just overwhelm Bang as the site anchor. They're always very conservative with how they're using that util, making sure they have something in the bank for that last second hit.
And you need to make every little piece of utility count when you do throw something like a chamber into the comp, because he's not offering you a whole lot in terms of active fighting util.
Yeah, contrast that to Sen, who have a net that's going to refresh every 40 seconds. They have the refresh on that Sova as well. They have that one extra piece to work with.
But this will be the make or break round of the half, probably for Sentinels, of the map. On top of that too, Zekin has been able to buy into the operator, has a dimensional drift to play with too.
He's played mid pretty much every round. Now instead repost towards Cat.
Seen Baby Bay go for this A fight a few times too, but the one way is a little delayed out of Sentinels. Trying to play around with the dart timing that G2 have been defaulting there as well.
And there's the util. Single Yoru Flash, they full take A mid.
G2 are causing a ruse and maybe leaving an insert with Val, and that spike is still over on the B side of the map.
Baby Bay sees him jumping.
Yeah, just give him an opportunity to go for a fight. The weirdness is that Valen still being here.
वो दिखता क्या स्मोक कहाँ से आ रहा
Could be
बल्कि
a
नहीं दिखता
second
ना
threat of a lurk.
सच्ची बोला मैं को तुमला
Even if Baby
अरे
Way
तो
were to
स्मोक
fall.
स्प्रे मार दो तुम मार के लिए
They get out the net, or the wall rather. And with that being used in a minute, they're going to have plenty of time to wait and re-hit A late if they'd like to.
They've guessed correctly in terms of, well, Zekin being on the other side of the map with the op. But Bang can stall out for a long time. A Paranoia back on Jenny. On top of all this utility, we're going to have to call in the Hunter's Fury if G2 want to get into the site. There's the first. Bang's still alive, trying to dance around. He's teleporting in place. That is not going to work. The lurk on the other side of the map as well. A constant pressure point into Sentinels.
It's already going to be a save call. No way you can risk losing the operator.
सेंटिनल से बेचारों से
That was
कुछ भी
the
करे
whole
तो
game plan coming out of Sentinel's second timeout. And G2, think about what they did that round. They show a Yoru Flash to open into A main, get 3 players posted there, and pretty much do nothing else for the rest of the round. They just full waited, because G2, or rather Sentinels, have been conditioned that, okay, a minute into the round, there's going to be a re-clear in mid, there's going to be all of these pressures in different parts of the map. But instead, they just sit, wait, the wall falls, and instantly ripping that execute.
We effectively played like 50 seconds of the round, and neither team had any info on the other team, right? Apart from a few pieces of utility. And G2 go for that snap play, and it's beautiful.
And that's one of the drawbacks with the operator, that you don't really have a player who's going to be able to put themselves on the line to, for example,
Right. I mean, he could have looked for a forward line, right? He could have fought up into B main, looked into mid.
But he's afraid to do that because Baby Bay's been holding there with an off most of these rounds.
So instead, he was back on stairs to B. We'll see if it's a different approach out of him going into the next round. Sentinels do still have the money to buy around him and play it out again. But it's starting to slip away. Jogamo 1 point away from his own dimensional drift too.
This round, Zekin will fight forward in mid.
Zekin fought mid. But I like this clear from Valen. Nice damage down. Zekin now waiting, but a teleport away. Gonna be all right from him. G2 have the read. They know there's got to be Zekin down here, right? But that drone was shot away at. Drone getting no value means that, hey, Zekin's never been cleared. Nice little combo piece.
Cutting through.
This time he stays. Ran out of time on the gate crash. Has to use the second to get out instead.
Yeah, that's early into the round. No
एक
options to
जेकन जिधर
reposition.
लगा था उसका
I think
ऑपोजिट
he's
ही
running
जाते
towards
लोग
the
बी बन जा
correct
रहे
side of the map.
हैं
This is where Trent's got the spike in hand.
G2 want to sell a fake on A, then have the Yoru TP back over and maybe exact this into B.
Very similar look to the mid-round in the previous with 2 players sitting in main.
Spike's coming back though. They haven't fully decided where they want to finish.
And Spike now heading into Cap, but the wall gets placed in 40 seconds. We have to break that. There's no other way for G2 to get into A.
काल्ट मारा रे
Now
यार
a fake ultimate going
Kaddu
back
ult.
towards spawn, trying to
30 seconds left.
entice someone to maybe step forward. Zelsis, shotgun inside of the smoke, gets the first. No one else is looking at him. He has control of main. And if Jogamo is able to sign something, G2 might be right back in it, into the back of side.
Nice one, Rebang.
Gets his shot down to 10 seconds on the clock. And Sentinels are starting to crumble. Zekin is in here,
Spike planted.
but now discards himself back into main. Operator in hand. Every single Sentinels
आसुना
member
कराना
is
नहीं
on
नहीं
their
हुआ
own.
क्या अच्छा इल्ला करेगा आसुना
One flash to play with. Just firing away.
अंडर है मालूम
Drawing eyes towards him. Zekin is trying to be the bait.
अंडर
Start
है
online.
अंडर है अंडर
There's the
दोनों
first.
अंडर दोनों अंडर
Junk
दोनों
QT
अंडर
has found his mark, and now pressure goes onto the spike. G2, you can't sit around underneath
बात
hell,
है।
and Junk QT is raining up from above them. Sentinels get their second.
करो पठेलो
Finally breaking the streak for
पठे
Sen.
पठे 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 लोग 8-4 करो पठे
And
लोग
now we're
Oh, we can do better than that.
ले
It's a rare day
Ole.
when the Sen fans are the ones getting out yelled at. Baby Bay's brought some of the crew. And we're gonna have a moment now. You can settle down, it's all right. We've got a little bit of a tech pause.
I blame Baby Bay. What did he do?
I assume it had to have been him. There's no one more likely the culprit.
We'll get info on that as soon as we can. Last round though was a nice slight change for Sen. I think they do a better job of being willing to keep Zekin forward. They have a player there who's actually breaking the drone for him. He gets an extra 10 seconds stuck into mid. And that means by the time G2 is hitting the part of their checklist that is going back into A, dealing with the Sentinel utility, it's like 50 seconds on the clock. And you get this perfectly timed wall in from Zelsis. He's still there with the judge, and you actually manage to stall them out for what feels like the first time this game.
Yeah, Sentinel's looking better now that they're not committing so much to these mid rounds. Looking
Yeah,
at the
he
angle,
let-
still Zekin wants to
इसके
have the
पास ही
early
आ रहा बार-बार।
information. And he will note that there is a teleport right next to him. Oh my word. Well, Jogamo says hello. A little friendly bump on the shoulder. But now it's time to lay the red carpet down into the B site. Junk QT won the first round from back here, was strong. 4 Sentinels, but so much pressure. I mean, the flashes, the darts, it's just all up in his eyes.
एंटी रे अरे दो मार दिया
Spike planted.
We'll have to call from the grave.
Second time G2's shown around like this. This time
और
they
एक
get the
कहाँ
kill
मारा
back
उन्हें?
site. And still, their buys posted in main. He is going to cause so many problems.
G2 made the right adjustments, but now narrate at the front. The spear for Sentinels.
He's walled off. Trapped in main. It's a 2v2
Oh,
on
look at
site.
narrate go. He is on a warpath, and Trent down under. It'll be a one-on-one. Zelsis doesn't
Reeling
grab him.
क्यों नहीं हुआ
How does that miss? And he's got to get on the spike. Sees the player coming. Jonah P will take it through.
I don't know how Jonah escapes prison there. Gets walled off on main. Has to commit, what, 10, 15 seconds to spamming it down. And somehow sneaks through the ultimate there.
Yeah, let's see him tuck in there as he slips on past
इतना
that.
अच्छा मारा नरेट
I mean, these kills from
एक
Nare
को
were
मारने का था
lovely.
बस
Yep, just barely. Ooh, sit down, boy, sit down, boy.
The pop-offs for G2 back in control. Going into the last round of the half. This time, no op for Zekin, but a walk into mid. Early TP up from Bang.
Yeah, a little fake shark with the rest of Sentinel sacking onto A. Here's John once again. And a Hunter's Fury to try and stop G2 from getting any space
Shot
into the site.
ray.
Nice tags. will get the first kill to Sentinels.
नारेड बोलते
Now it's sort of a mad dash from a couple of players on Zen to hold on to the B site. Their entire mid is a giant question mark. They have no info of where G2 could have slipped into.
But they have tons of utility on A.
I mean, what, a wall, 2 trips, no more wall, but there's still a stun.
Jonah's going to do well
Double
to apply a
sentinel
little
he
pressure
can
here.
do.
Keep 3 players towards B.
Really trying to sell a
Shot,
B split, but no one is buying that. Good work, Zekin and Zelsis. Putting to sleep 2 members of G2.
सेंटीना से
Trent has yet to be stopped.
इन लोगों को भरोसा उसमें फंसते बोल के
He doesn't know that the A side has been conceded.
30
Stuck
seconds
behind
left.
this wall instead. They're not going to have any util to get out.
I mean, they're gonna have to go eventually, right? 20 seconds.
Waiting on the smoke.
Launching thorns.
Thorns to heaven. They only have to watch tree. That's exactly where Zelsis will be. Spotted out. Time is running out. G2 need to act on
10
this.
seconds left.
That stun shouldn't be an issue, but it will be if Jonah P falls down.
That's a spike!
Hold on, why was the spike going for the fight? There's nothing
Lack
doing.
कहीं पूरा ये time पे
Zelsis takes 3.
Yeah, G2 cross it up a little there. The spike planter, the one to close door, and that net perfectly catches him.
Very polarizing story compared to game number 1. This time it's G2 with a monster lead at the half. Sentinels building back some momentum.
क्लच
So
के
well
टाइप पे
done
लैग हो रहा
by
ना गाइस
them.
तुम ना देख रहे
In
तब से
control of this game, confidence for G2. But for the halftime, you got something special. Let's send it down to Golden Boy,
guys.
Doug, and Liz at the stage.
That's right, everyone. We're here out in the crowds. We got a packed house in Riot Games Arena. Ain't that right, people? Look at these beautiful folks. So you know what we decided to do? What's one thing I love to do when I come out here? Throw free stuff at you people. So, but the problem is I need you guys to make some noise. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Make some noise. Loudest section's gonna get some free crap. Let's go. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Avanza, Avanza.
G2 fans!
And be nice to one another, please. If you grab it, don't just pull it.
Wait, I'm gonna...
क्या है पट्टे वो लोग
Hold on.
तो फेंक रहा ना
I do want to let you know
Neon, hi,
that these
bro.
stress
Hi,
balls
sorry.
are actually
Shish.
quite
क्या बोलता है ब्रो ही है भाई हाय
I
ब्रो
need you to be louder! Come on!
Come on, make some noise! Let's go!
I know you came from Scotland, so here you go.
Free stuff.
Free stuff.
All
Doug.
right.
All right.
Anything else? Doug, throw the bucket,
Not-
Doug.
not
Throw the bucket.
Not the
Liz,
Doug, it's an OSHA violation. Doug, it's an OSHA
it's an OSHA violation, Liz.
I have one more. Get as loud as you can. As loud as... You're not nearly loud enough. Get as loud as you can. Come on. I see you. Going for you.
Oh, and oh my goodness, great. Woman, you got an arm on you.
9 years of softball, GB. Everyone, keep on getting loud, but we have a
Let's
game to get back to.
go.
Mimi and Christy.
Thank you,
Take it
thank you.
away.
चलो चलो
All right, having some fun here in the Riot Games Arena. Match has been a bit one-sided so far, but G2 still trying to force us onto a map 3 here, Mimi.
Dude, I need Liz in the Phillies bullpen. He's got an arm.
Yeah, 3 people got that joke. Baseball.
Yes,
All right.
thank you, thank you.
Now let's get into the main event, Mimi, which is the Valorant.
Which is G2 up 9-3 at the half. They looked so good with that slow, controlled attack side macro. Now, quite frankly, we're looking at Baby Bay. On defense, on the chamber, he's fighting up mid with Jaw.
Yeah, stepping down to that space early. Exactly how Zekin was playing it in the first half. Sentinels aren't really challenging that area just yet. It's only John QT on top mid. The rest of Sentinels might just want to pop out quickly into the A site. Setting up a short teleport. There's the shock. Breaks the thorns. And now with the wall being thrown from over A main, that'll stop any quick flood out of tree.
G2 might want to turn this into a flank, though. You see Jojimo pushed all the way down. Trent
Wow.
somehow catches the fadeaway on Zekin.
He's been excellent in this series. Sentinels down in numbers, have to get through 2 walls.
Spike planted.
Fight on the flank could be make or break.
Yes, it will. Jogamo Zelsis. But Zelsis down low. That paranoia onto site. G2 are winning every single fight on both sides. And now
Level
Sentinels
3
without
comeback
any
nahi kar
territory anywhere. Might actually have spotted out Baby Bay. But will it make a difference? Doesn't seem to be the case. We're just jumping down on him, flattening Bang, and the rest of Sen's hopes in this map.
GG
Really well controlled retake from G2. 10-3 up now.
GG है फ्रांस.
Trent, I don't know how he managed to get that kill. Just takes a tiny bit of a timing, peeking out onto Zekin on the entry.
It only took him 11 bullets.
Yeah, and that's such a good decision to commit to the flank from Jaw. When you're playing into double senti, the worst way it can go is when you're all retaking through one choke point and you're getting censored, there's cypher trips, there's all this stuff you have to break through. Instead, they have 3 different directions of approach and really mitigate the risk that double senti poses.
Yeah. It was nice seeing that Sentinels, you know, had like the wall being dropped down into tree on the hit, but losing fights on both sides, not quite good enough of a look for them. This time playing heavy into B main, probably just gobbling up some orbs. Narrate's got 3 already, so might as well grab another.
Check out Baby Bay, posted inside of Wine. Has a TP to get back to site easily, and Thorns to support that can be popped cross-map to give you some space.
I remember G2 back on like Abyss were playing the Yoru Chamber stuff, and it was all often about just being able to play 2 agents that could play nasty off angles, in mains especially. You can accomplish similar things. It's something you might not be as used to.
Babyface
on
not
Ascent.
leaving.
Yeah.
Sticks around on the reload.
Nice paranoia, but shot the clone, and now caught on the reload is a disaster hold up. We walked into this with 1 sheriff, and it's now a 5v3%.
And remember when I was talking about the post plant with double senti? That's where we are now.
With the judge too jumping out of heaven, it's ugly. You don't want to see that.
This was not even a force buy.
Aegis and smokes to cycle into heaven. Trent could just be the hero. Trying to bring it back, that's 3. Sentinels over eager. And Trent
Bro, ये तो throw था bro.
down.
No, that's the optimal way to play an anti-eco, actually. Yes, lose all your players. Have Trent pretty much 1v4. It's fine, actually.
Well, see, he saw Narrate on the other side. He was farming the ult orbs. And then Trent was like, actually, everyone please die so I can farm my own ult orbs.
Oh, because now he's 2 off ult. That's
exactly.
so smart.
Bro,
Exactly. It's
This
all
was beautiful, though. The
great
spray transfer. He resets to kill the jumping player.
Yeah.
And then does it again.
Like tracking the jump
Yep.
through the wall too.
Baby, I can't believe it.
You imagine Baby Bay is just in that round and he's casting Trent's clutch, you know? Just the moment of it.
I think they drop him immediately.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good look. Luckily, don't think that was
Maybe
happening
that gives
in that
another
one.
caster a chance. You can step in.
Yeah, you don't want to see me up there.
Sure, अभी तक
We're
नहीं
not
गया
even
तू.
getting the pie. Baby Bay creeps up, but
Oh.
I mean, he did hit Zekin.
Nice.
Unfortunately for him, outlaw moment.
Yeah,
कुछ भी
nice
मारा
entries
मर
out of
गया वो
Sen.
बेचारा.
Zekin manages to shut down both there and
ये एक नहीं मारा.
creeping up, gets a
Yeah, around
kill.
you,
And then we're
yeah.
back into a 3-on-3.
A little closer than maybe it should be, especially with Zekin being so low. Now, there are double sensors to play with, 2 flashes on the Yoru Paranoia. There's
ठीक है नया plan ढूंढ लेना.
plenty to stall out G2 on the approach, but Jonapi's taking the long way round. Wow.
That he is.
और एक गया.
Zekin's holding it though.
ओ मारा.
And he'll deal with the situation.
अच्छा है.
Zekin figured it out faster than I did.
Just a bit more aware. Paranoia used, but there's a sensor to counter that out.
Last
Time is
player
ticking.
standing.
Valen now alone. Trying to make it back in, but they've got it shut down. Sentinels wasn't the round you would have thought they'd win, but make it happen with the rifles.
That was a full bonus from G2. They didn't even buy armor on a couple of players. Find to mid didn't seem so well advised. It was a dart flash combo basically every single time G2 were going for a scrap.
Nice,
comboing
boys.
up
Let's
those
go.
abilities.
Let's go. Grind rounds here. Let's go.
But Sen are definitely waiting for those now.
So now we get into the real rounds, rifle v rifle. G2 have farmed this ultimate very quickly for Trent.
A main control is going to be a big deal. With ultimates coming online quickly for Zekin.
You see what having the deadlock does. It's basically an additional initiator tool that you have to early take space on main, but with no one to follow it up. Jajamo just pulls off the trip and walks his way into Wine regardless.
It's a bit strange right now from Sen. Spike still left back towards spawn, doubling up and clearing out Wine. They saw Baby Bay in that spot before, so Jaw being there, no real surprise.
That just deletes him on the jiggle. Baby Bay shut down as well.
I mean, the game is simple if you are winning the extremity fights versus Chamber and Yoru.
That's the make or break of this comp.
You are also going to need to get the spike eventually. One would assume.
Fallon.
Oh dear, this could be bad. Fallon starts to line him up, that's two. Finally traded, but now the distraction as Trent falls out of bullets.
Winnable for Jonah though.
But what is going, okay, we're gonna use our ult to grab the spike.
It's fine.
Okay.
The Cypher is in mid. There's a 1v1 very early. Surely you're not clearing this though.
There is a 0% chance. I mean absolute zero that we're ready for it.
Let's go, cutie!
It worked.
Cutie, cutie,
Sentinels
cutie!
are gonna take that round and just literally coming off of winning their fights in mains.
Yeah. When you're playing the double get out of jail free comp with both that Yoru and that Chamber, there are going to be rounds like that where you are just walking up, you are alone, and you pretty much just need to get the kill.
The thing is, if you die, you kind of need to be sent to jail.
Yes.
It's like, we can't be getting those agents and still dying on both fronts.
Send players just too quick, delete both Baby Bay and Jaw before they can TP. And now G2's money is bad.
Second, just walking through this. That is wild on the anti-eco. I don't condone that on the anti-eco.
You denounce his behavior?
I denounce that.
Yeah. Just straight up playing a member down.
And that's a dimensional drift. Not able to be tapped into.
You could have had that combo available. You hope not to need to use it on an anti-eco.
Most
Could
important.
piece together a defense here. Down to a minute on the clock. A paranoia to stall out the hit. 3 players already waiting.
Baby Bay will be able to swing in really quickly. Even has that teleport to go through the smoke, dip back.
They could stall long enough for Jonah P to rotate over with an ultimate. Hold on, double tele. What is happening? Fallon just matches Bang's teleport. That was sick. The paranoia to stall out as well. Sentinels aren't going anywhere.
Through the smoke. Sen is gone. 2 players left. The round is cooked.
It was a fall on Eco, and look at Spawn right now. Spike is trying to sprint away. He's actually being held for. Narrate could have an opportunity to make a mad dash of things over into B. It'll be a 1v1 on the site.
Him versus Trent. But Trent's gonna beat him there. Only a Sheriff in hand.
And 15 seconds left on the clock. Pinged out, but he takes the fight too early. Rushing
10
things
seconds left.
has given B to Narrate.
And now it's a 3-on-2 retake. Only 1 gun recovered for the side of G2.
But the IGL will be so pivotal back in main. Calls Narrate to hold over with him.
Narrate is so confident right now.
The first shot's not quite
Last
connecting.
player standing.
And now with John falling,
पकड़ा गया अगर cutie too.
it all rests on Narrate's shoulders. Map
Cutie कैसे
point
पकड़ा गया?
is handed freely to G2 on the Eco.
Cutie में पकड़ा गया तो हो जाता था.
Brutal round to lose for Sentinels.
Can we talk about Valen's teleport?
Yes, that was outrageous. I mean, the Omen knows what the Omen's gonna do on the other side. Sees that smoke going up, this guy's teleporting, and picks the first perfect position to be right behind Bang.
Ironically, I think the enemy Omen TPing in might have actually blocked his teleport distance. He could have gone even further behind him and actually been seen.
Imagine the rounds where that doesn't
cutie.
happen. His CP goes further, and then he's just a tasty treat presented to Bang for free. Doesn't happen though, and instead they're at match point. 1 round away from sending us to Lotus.
An even larger lead than Sen had over them on Corrode.
And they have ults, abound. Their retake will be super strong with both the Steel Garden as well as the Sova ultimate.
Teleport primed down on Cat. Okay, Zekin taking his time. He couldn't find the right teleport. So ate up actually quite a bit of the clock. And now the Hunter's Fury sees the player up in the corner. Narrate trying to track off of the teleport, who will secure Valen again. That's twice this game.
And that's the smoke's gone. It's going to make any retake way more difficult for G2.
Gonna make even holding these choke points more challenging. Jaw will have to be excellent from lane.
Hard committed to the site.
I mean, he takes a shot, can teleport back. eyes peeled to him. Trent
सुबह
can swing to market.
शाम शाम
But none of that's going to come
आज
into
दिल
the
शायर
board because the spike is moseying on over to A.
Sen want a fake B. Call back into the spike towards A.
Oh, we're just going to jump into the site now with the ulti.
Look at the rotates. Everyone has been pulled off. This is a very good call from Sentinels.
That net doesn't catch Baby Bay, though. He could try and get out in front of it. Tagged up, grabbed up. Sentinels actually just winning out on the B site, but it means that the rotates have come through. Spike was actually tossed over the Vise wall on A. And Sentinels control this side of the map. The whole time, by the way. There's a Yoru back in spawn.
Trent's about to face him.
Trent does take him down. But his teammate a long way away, and Jonah P's got an operator in hand.
It's a save. Not enough money to go for this one. And at 12-5, there's no point taking risks. Save your ultimates. Find the round you know you're going to win.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, right? G2 have 3 ultimates right now. John Baby just one off on their own. So you could be stacking every single ult you've got to win a round.
And when you're up this big, that's exactly what you should do.
Yeah.
Play the percentages, don't take any risks, be boring, save, and then just find the round. Use all your ultimates and send us to Lotus.
Well, the thing is, I think it's just going to be the next round because Sentinels just used all of their ults in this one, right? Hunter's Fury, Dimensional Drift,
Deadlock ult as well.
Yeah, everything. And what it means is that Sentinels are looking at a huge disadvantage. Weren't able to deny the operator as well. That got recovered. So caution is still key for them.
Now we wait.
Baby Bay's going to post in mid. With that trip at least, reposition elsewhere to find an early line on the op. Paranoia line B main. Could be a little trap play here.
Yeah, trying to push players into Baby Bay to peek them on out from Tree.
But he backs away early. Not finding an opportunity to get a kill there.
How do Sentinels react to this? Because they're hearing so much. That's 2-3 players in B main for sure.
But if they call into A, it's the double Sentis holding there. It's an op, and now Jaw has just TP'd over as well.
Well, Narrate drones up into mid, sees that nobody's really home there. Might make Sentinels think that G2 are sticking on to that B main control.
Trip broken in mid, so G2 have to keep a player there.
Sentinels are really eating away at the clock, and I am concerned about the ultimates that G2 have at their disposal in the mid round. Here's the first just to get brilliant information. And he's going to spot out all 3 players. Now the Hunter's Fury, they're all boxed up. A little treat now, and now popping out of the Dimensional Drift.
Too high risk. He saw the player in B main, gets out of there. So both ults gone. It's still a 5-on-5, but not a lot of map control for Sen.
Not even a lick of damage for G2. Trent on the other side of this wall. And the flash doesn't hit him. Trent is here for everything. 2 for him and Jogamo to trade. The map on the line now. It's Bang and John QT. Pressure in. Smokes for Chaos. But in the Chaos, Jogamo thrives. G2 will send us to Lotus.
कौन जीता मैं कल बोल दो तब तक के लिए गुड नाइट मैं जा रहा हूँ बाय गाइस मेरी नींद मेरी आँख में झड़क रहा हूँ तुम लोगों को चलो बाय गाइस